The playoffs are back at Lambeau, and the temps, well, they're where you would expect them in the frigid range. Just how the Cheeseheads like it here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Green Bay Packers. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jannard Avery. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Now it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at the 45. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. It's caught by Mike Evans. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Play action. Now it's Brady. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another 1st down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brady. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there of 22. We're really carving up that secondary here on this opening drive. 4 plays, all of them passes, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
And the way that they've moved this downfield, great pace, great timing, excellent confidence. Who knows? They might run it here, but the way they've thrown it, more likely they fling it one more time.
A quick throw by Brady, complete. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Well, you throw it this close to the goal line, usually you're thinking touchdown. Here they actually complete it but lose yardage.
When you're this close to the goal line, you have to anticipate that maybe you're going to see a defense that you can make a case that there's 11 in the box. There's just no room. So I'm with you. You've got to find a way to push.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Scotty Miller from 4 yards out. And the Bucs are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point put through by Succop. And that makes the score 7-0. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
Rodgers again now. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got him the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
First carry for Rashad White. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. Quick throw finding Mike Evans. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
On play action, now Brady. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. He completes this to Russell Gage. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Into the red zone, it's Brady. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Tom Brady with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And the Bucs are off to a 13-0 first-quarter lead. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Rodgers. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He completes it to Julio Jones. Touchdown, Packers! They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get him in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed, because let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over. This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both in. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Looking Mike Evans' way again, and he's got another one. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's fourth. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. It's caught. Smith. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
From the 31, Brady throwing the out route incomplete. That's White, and he'll be brought down at the 27.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
1st down, here's White. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. Still 9 remaining on second down. Here's Brady to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Buccaneers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And it's now 21-7. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers eyes the crossing route and hits Watson. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. To throw, it's Rodgers. No, they would have gotten a conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
He finds Watson complete, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now Jones. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Now Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers! Robert Tonyan, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Packers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Crosby connects on the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Airing this one out for Evans. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
So first thing across my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tonyan. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. 3 yards remain for second down. Here's Rodgers to throw. He'll go right back to Tunyon. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. And he used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. So now on fourth down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. And the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. The kick by Crosby is good, and that'll bring them back within 4. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. The final shot before half for Brady. Looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they've been the better of the 2 teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in. As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
And he stopped immediately there. Rashawn Gary, the man to bring him down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Brady. And a catch right side by Evans. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Well, this has been all that we'd hoped for. Two of the game's all-time great QBs slugging it out in a one-score game here in the second half. 1st and 10.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Play action. Now it's Brady.
And he'll just get rid of it.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Brady going to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one a 1st down.
Now back to the ground game with White.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call a no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Now Brady.
He'll get that out to the flat to White.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
Here's White.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Once again, it's White.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Brady's going to sneak it, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Buccaneers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point put through by Suckup, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers into a double team, and it's intercepted.
It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, That ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Brady gives this to White. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them. Melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A well-executed 22-yard gain. One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the fourth. They'll go up the middle with White. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. White. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Ryan Suckup to kick off 4th of the day.
Suckup now set to kick it off following the made field goal. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
4 yards on the pickup. Hey, 88.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
Now swing pass for Dillon. He's got room at the 30. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 27-yard line. Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the 1st as well. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Complete to Jones. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Rodgers to throw once more. Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. And it's a Packers touchdown. Romeo Dobbs from 21 yards away. And the Packers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Crosby with the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Meanwhile, Brady's throw taken in by Evans here. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for a good year.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. 20, 10, and into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Charles, we've seen him target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. But they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. This one fielded at the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And as a fan of the NFL, not much more you could hope for in this divisional round matchup. Tie game, fourth quarter. A lot of these fans with their hearts in their throats waiting to see what happens here. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. To throw, it's Brady. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's throwing it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Back to throw, Brady. Open man has got it. It's complete. And he is going to have the Bucs first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Brady to throw. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. He got 29 yards that time. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now Brady. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. To throw is Brady. He's got a man complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 39 yards there, a big one. Our offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. They'll come out in the pistol. They go with White on the counter. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal. And Brady will sneak it. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. Now here's a timeout, as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. On now is Ryan Suckup for the field goal try. This would put them in the NFC title game. And the 13-year man puts it through. Well, sometimes you get a mismatch in these divisional round games. Not here. This has been everything we could have hoped for.
Okay, Brandon, don't get mad at me, but it's time for the old cliche.
Bring it.
Neither of these teams deserves to lose, but in the end, it's looking like the late field goal is going to be the difference in this game.
That's a good cliche. We'll let that one go. So they stay alive in the NFL.